Today at Chat Capsules, we are in conversation with Dr. Naina Kumar Agarwal. She is the oh so relatable girl next door who grew up into this savage surgeon that she is today. Now, what do I say about Naina, boss? I think it's safe to say that you want your daughter to grow up and be like her. Now, there's so much to talk and so much to tell about Nana Boss that I'll safely start where it all started. Nana Boss secured rank 2 RPMT 2011 back in the day. She was the star senior at SMS Medical College Jaipur who did everything just right, topping the batch in medical college, gold medalist twice, cultural secretary for 2 years, 2014-16. She won prizes, organized college fairs, debates, quizzes. Her mesmerizing dance videos are no secret, really. She was selected with internship for MS General Surgery at SMS Medical College, Jaipur. After completing MS General Surgery, she secured rank 81 in MCH Oncosurgery in NEET Super Speciality, All India rank 34 in MCH Endocrine Surgery. Currently pursuing MCH Oncosurgery at SMS Medical College, Jaipur, she is a senior resident. Now, why do you call her relatable? You'd ask me. So I called up Nana Boss one day and I asked her, how do you describe yourself? She looked at me and said, I just want to make people smile. Today, I welcome you to this extremely warm and heartfelt conversation with an extraordinary surgeon, a senior we all need and deserve. I think one of our many superpowers is to make you feel safe. Is there a greater achievement for a doctor? I don't think so. Maybe not. I am delighted to welcome Dr. Naina Kumar Agarwal to our little chat house. So, Naina boss, how do you feel?
I'm elated. Thank you so much, Shubhangi. It's a pleasure being here, and I feel so lucky to be a part of Chat Capsule. I loved both your episodes. Zainab ma'am is such an inspiration, and Ashir is such a great friend and a great surgeon. So both episodes taught me so much, and I just could not stop smiling seeing both of them. And I feel so excited to be a part of this show.
Right. So, Nana was you somebody who has been venturing into all these unexplored territories. So, take us through your journey. Were you always this boss lady who did the unconventional things? Because I feel like doing general surgery in India for females is still considered somewhere or the other, still a little unconventional. So, were you always this boss lady who was ever so confident, knew everything, did the right things? Take us through your life journey, take us through your childhood.
I am not like that. I'm just a simple your neighborhood girl. I have the same anxieties, the same insecurities that you have, every other human being has, and I just took step by step that venturing. I just took life as it came. So I was very shy. I would say a really shy girl in school. Initially, I was in girls' schools in my sixth standard. When I shifted to co-ed school, so I was at this shy little girl in the corner, and so so eventually it did just pan out something like this.
Suppose being this really shy person, how did you go on to become this really confident person? Because we have seen your dance videos, we have seen you interact with people, I've seen you interact with patients, and I feel like being in general surgery, especially, requires you to have a certain amount of people skills, if I may say so. So, did you have like a turning point? Like, how did that shy introvert person become this person that you are today?
Yes, it was basically in middle school. So everyone has those Samaritans, the good people around them. So I was lucky to have them in my life too. So I was this really shy girl who had just come in from a girls' school and transforming how to settle down. And so two of my teachers, they were really supportive, and we had this thing, elocution competition in school. We had to all go in
Right.
and speak up on stage, and I was totally hesitant कि नहीं भाई मुझे तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं करना है, मुझे तो कुछ नहीं होगा. And
Right.
I was a very you're बिल्कुल जो चुपचाप रहने वाली कोने में एक लड़की होती है, and not those also happening girls which have everything perfect in their life. So
Right,
we all went on stage, and I forgot everything whatever I had learned, and it was
right,
so humiliating. Matlab, it is not like that. The way I'm confident speaking up now, I was like that in school. So we
right.
all have to go through this. So I forgot everything on stage, and I was embarrassed as hell. And after that, all the friends, all the all my classmates had gotten the prizes, and I was just I felt like crying, and my teacher Rimpi ma'am, I still remember, and Swati ma'am. So they both were there, and they said कि अभी तो कली खिली है, फूल खिलना अभी बाकी है. So
Oh, that's
it's
so
been
sweet. Yeah.
it's been more than 15 years down the line, 10 years, 15 years down the line, and that line just struck with me. It's okay. And after that incident, I won prizes in every competition in school.
That's
There
so
was no
beautiful.
turning back. But I just want to tell everyone out there who's just shy to go on stage that it's okay to forget everything on stage. It's okay to just black out. It's all a part
Right,
of the journey, and
right,
we learn so much through each moment of it.
right. Also, Nana boss, I want to like point out here, that it's so beautiful for someone to place that faith in you. I think it's a life changing thing for people that when your teacher came and said to you, "Kali khili hai, phool khilna baki hai," I think that changed your life because somebody is saying I believe in you. And I just feel like as women, I think it's a really strong message that we can send across. I think the day that Zainab ma'am agreed to come on my show, which was nothing, and she placed that faith in me, it changed my life. And ever since that day, I have been looking for opportunities when I can just pass on that faith to other people. So we'll move on. We'll go through your 10 plus 2 journey, right? The pre-medical days, the PMT days, because I feel like that's a very difficult part for almost all of us, because we're going through teenage, we are going through a lot on our personal front, and the level of dedication, the discipline that's required out of us, the insecurity that comes with a competitive exam at that tender age, I think it's very difficult. As doctors, when we look back, I think it's very safe to say that it's probably one of the most insecure phases in the life of a doctor. So how was that like the Akash phase for you?
So, looking back, it was a beautiful journey out there, and a lot of pressure on the students. I feel in coaching, the buses filled with students, the classrooms filled with students. But I think it made me really strong along the way, and
Right.
I was that kid sitting on the front desk taking down notes, and I remember one incident when my seniors who just gotten selected
Right.
for PMT, and they had come in to tell us how to prepare, and I was watching them in awe कि यार ये कौन लोग होते हैं कि जो सिलेक्ट होते हैं, कहाँ से कौन से प्लैनेट से आते हैं, क्या करते क्या हैं ये लोग, क्या खाते हैं.
Right.
And
And then you went on to secure RPMT rank too.
I
So
never thought कि I would be that student, because मुझे हर टेस्ट से पहले उतना ही डर लगता था कि यार बस
yeah.
भगवान एक टेस्ट और, बस एक टेस्ट और. But the I think the credit goes to my teachers and my mother, who was always behind me whenever I used to feel down. I won't be able to do it back then, and just taking one step at a time, one test at a time, or one chapter at a time.
Right.
And I think the basic thing is just diligence and continuity. And you'll
Right.
reach wherever you want to. Don't let the pressure get to you. There'll be a lot
Right.
of pressure of your peers, colleagues, teachers, but it's all for your benefit. Definitely,
Yeah.
Akash shaped me into a person I would have never have been.
Yeah.
But just go through it with the strength, I think, and you'll be able to take it down.
Right. So was also because you did it, you got the rank that you wanted to, the second rank in RPMT back in the day. So what advice would you want to give to somebody who is feeling very insecure, who has just started out, who is maybe not able to do as well? And because the insecurity really gets to you, you don't have something to fall back on. So what advice would you want to give to somebody who is just starting out, who is probably in the 11th and 12th, and with all that stress and anxiety, hoga nahi hoga, MBBS milegi nahi milegi, forget about the long the long path that's left ahead of us. But what would you want to say to somebody who's starting out for this journey?
I think it's a beautiful journey, and he or she will be mesmerized when it really actually starts. And I think you'll agree with me on this,
Right,
that
right.
these are the most beautiful 5 years of your life. And he or she, I think I'll tell him to be excited about studying, because this you're doing for your own life. Whenever I
Right.
go back to my school to deliver, to speak to the kids, or just talk to them, I always say them, this is, you are doing this for your own life. So don't think कि
Right.
मेरी मम्मी मुझे कह रही है पढ़ने के लिए, मैं इसलिए पढ़ रहा हूँ, या मैं इसलिए
Right.
बनने कह रहे हैं इसलिए कर रहा हूँ, टीचर कह रहा है
Right.
इसलिए मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ. This will
Right.
make your life this so much more beautiful.
Miserable.
So
Yeah.
if you
No,
if you
if
don't do
you
it.
don't study yourself, I think
Yeah.
I think if you
So
study with the intent ki mummy keh rahi hai pad lo, because a lot
हाँ,
of people do it. I think for
yeah,
some
true,
part,
भाई
I
मत
think I have
करो,
been
मत
there
करो.
myself. Yeah, कि बस teachers कह रहे हैं पढ़ लो. So this is also a very interesting thing that I want to point out here. कि ना at that age you probably not as mature mentally कि आपको you do not realize that you're doing it to shape your own life, right? So
Exactly.
a lot of times you're just like कि मम्मी कह रही है पढ़ लो, teachers कह रहे हैं पढ़ लो, friends पढ़ रहे हैं इसलिए पढ़ लो. But
हाँ,
I just feel like you cannot crack a competitive exam unless the fire is there in your own belly. Like Sumesa says, कि the fire has to come from within your belly. So unless you don't have that desperate intent to do it, I don't think you can do it, because there are other people who are running with that desperate intent to, cross the finish line. So I think, boss, this is a very important point, because I have been there myself. On a lot of days, I didn't want to study and I didn't have this insight कि I have to do this for myself. So at that age, it's, I think it's a little unfair also to expect this out of everybody. I think people who have it, unko mera
I
salam hai.
think each of us have it for a certain passion. I think you should go
Yeah,
after it. If it's
right,
medical or not, whatever it is, I think
right,
the child should go for what sets your hearts,
right,
whatever sets your soul on fire. So
right,
if I was always mesmerized by SMS Medical College, seeing that
right,
down the street, and
right,
whenever I used to pass by, I always dreamt of going to this place. That
right,
was my dream,
right,
and that made me study night after night. So whatever
right,
sets your heart into onto fire, just stick on to
right,
that. So I
right.
would that's my basic advice to any 11th class student going in for medical.
Right. So, boss, also take us to this, that, while I was talking to you the other day, so you said you got a rank, All India, the RPMT rank 2, which is a really, really good rank. A lot of people dream about it. So you were telling me the other day how you didn't even appear for the AIMS ka exam. So it's a very funny story. Why don't you take us through it? Because somebody who is so well prepared, there's a very high probability that you would have made it. So, like, why didn't you? You never wrote the AIMS ka exam. Like, why did you not write it?
I this questions people have been asking me for the past 10 years, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. I was so much in. I was a simple girl who had a simple dream. I wanted a simple life, and just seeing SMS Medical College down the street, I always wanted to be a part of that. And when I cleared RPMT, I was sure that at least I would get my college that I
SMS.
want.
Yeah.
SMS. So and the result was declared, and the AIMS exam was due the day after tomorrow, and I just can't. All the tickets, everything was booked because earlier we used to go to Delhi to give the exam, and just the night before, I told my teachers that I'm not going to give the exam, and everybody was after me. कि पागल हो गई है लड़की तो she'll
Yeah.
not give the exam. But I was so sure because even if I would have gotten, they would have sent me off to
Right.
Delhi, and I did
Right.
not want to go.
Right.
I got 78th rank in AIPMT also, and
Right.
people pressurized so much,
Yeah, you
pressured
would
me
have
so much.
gotten Mamsi and Lady Harding in
Yeah,
that those
कि
colleges
I
also.
I got that so much कि यार कि क्यों नहीं गई तू पागल है एमएनसी and all of them are beautiful, excellent colleges, no
Right.
bias, but I my heart was always with SMS that
Right.
I wanted everything. I wanted a simple life to study and
Yeah.
to enjoy the life as it was.
Right.
And so, yeah. And
Right.
10 years down the line, I don't think I have any regrets.
That's so beautiful. So, boss, we'll go to this part of your life when you finally entered SMS Medical College, the dream that you always had, कि SMS जाना है, SMS जाना है, and then you finally made it. So, how is SMS like? How is medical college like? Is there bullying involved? Is there ragging involved? What kind of problems you face, and what is your favorite part of medical school now that you're at the other side of it?
Just thinking about the medical school gives me that surge of happiness from within, because that was the most beautiful part. Even when I go back to the classrooms to take classes, just
Right.
seeing those benches where I used to sit, and
Right.
just gives me goosebumps. Ki, don't miss out on anything.
Right.
Not just the lectures, of course, you will attend the lectures because you worked so much, you worked so hard to be a part of that college, that
Right.
do attend those classes. I first line, as anybody would say, I would say, but don't miss out on other stuff.
Right.
Enjoy everything as it comes, because a medical college is a package, complete
Right.
package.
Right.
You make friends which will stay for your life. The fest, the organizing competitions, participating in those debates, sports activities, so much, going to other colleges, making meeting new people. It's all so beautiful. So
Right.
uh, and regarding the ragging part, there was no ragging at all. Our rules were quite strict regarding that. And bullying, I would say that it's a part and parcel of everyone's life. सबको लगता
Right.
है कि मेरी लाइफ में ऐसा कुछ था ही नहीं, but I was
Right.
bullied in school life, of course, because I was just a simple girl. Because
Right.
people are bullied on the basis of their weight, color, or
Right.
weight, color, caste, or anything else. And of course, I was bullied pretty times, and everybody goes through that phase. And I would like to tell any other teenage girl out there that it's okay, and you will do amazing in your life, and don't ever let that bullying get to your head. And
Right.
because when someone does bully you, you can't forgive them, but you cannot just forget
Forget
what
them.
they say. So
Right.
when I went through that phase and I came out of it, and standing now on the other line, I always try to make sure that nobody else does bully anyone else in my presence.
Right.
So at least
That's
I
so
can
sweet.
do this for other person, and we
Right.
all can. It's very easy for the third person to take a stand, and
Right.
that will make you feel so much. That will just make your day. The day you
Right.
stand up for someone, I think
Right.
that's the best thing you can do.
Right.
So yeah, that's the thing
So,
about
boss,
bullying.
I feel like, there is a very, like how you spoke about your teenage life. I feel like I can talk for myself. While I was in my, I was not this person who I am today. A lot of my school friends don't relate to me because I also had that Princess Diaries kind of a transformation when my brother got married and my sister-in-law came, because I grew up with an elder brother, right? So for me, it was always like कि भैया जो करना है वो मेरे को करना है, right? So on Diwali, my mom used to get those really pretty embroidered frocks and all. And I used to be like कि why should I wear? I want to wear whatever bhaiya is wearing. And then finally, like when my brother got mad and my bhabi came, so that was probably when, like my dressing changed, and I probably started dressing better and all of it. But for the major chunk of my school life, I think I was a tomboy. So luckily enough, I didn't derive my sense of worth from how I was looking. But I do realize that for a lot of women, especially, I think that's a very sensitive phase, I would say. And the marks that that say कोई ऐसे मजाक में बोल दिया कि अरे तुम मोटे हो, or just some random comments about somebody's body shape, size. I think people use it very lightly, but they can have a very long lasting impact on people's self worth. So I feel like, when you said something like this, ki I won't let that happen to someone else, I think a lot of women resonated with you. Because as women, I think if we can fix another woman's crown without telling the world it was crooked, I think this is what we all need to learn.
Exactly.
And
I so agree with it. If when nothing is cooler than a girl standing up for another girl.
right,
And the seniors who stood by me, I was lucky to have quite many seniors, girl seniors. Boys
right,
were amazing, guys. All my seniors were amazing. But when a
right,
girl stands up with you, that feeling of brotherhood is
right,
it's beautiful. And
yeah,
body shaming is not cool at all. Telling
right,
someone to lose weight, I think their parents are there for them. Or
right,
you can be just nice to someone. Why
right,
is it so easy to
right,
tell someone their flaws? And why can't you
right,
just appreciate them the way I think
right,
everybody has some quality you can appreciate at some point of time,
right, yeah, yeah,
and that will just make their day. So why not
right,
make the day better rather than
right.
making it worse?
Right. So, what I think why this conversation with you is so heartfelt and important to all of us, because we talk about ranks, about what to study with a lot of people. But I think this is a very ladies special kind of an episode wherein we can talk about the kind of struggles that women face in the whole journey. Because आपको इतने घंटे बैठ के पढ़ना है, so you will gain weight. Like what do you do? There's no way out of it. Like if you're studying 12 hours a day, like you are probably going to gain weight. And I think that comes with this feeling of guilt. And I feel like you should be healthy and you should have good stamina, but I don't think like another person in the room should be able to point out fingers and say key, like this is, you're not supposed to do this.
Agreed.
So
Totally agree. Yes. Totally.
right.
I agree.
Right. So I think, boss, we again, shifted a little our focus. This is what happens when two girls are allowed to just chit chat. So coming back to your medical college, what was your favorite part of it?
I think the fun parts make you smile, that the saying goes. And I
Right.
think organizing the cultural fest as a cultural fest was, I think, that was the most exciting months, I would say.
Right.
And the moments we had with juniors, seniors, and my batchmates, that time
Right.
was beautiful. And
Right.
also the first year, I would say the moment you enter a college and you meet your batch of your exclusive batch of 150 because
Right.
I had a batch of 150 people, and
Right.
because these are my friends for life, the bonding
Right.
I have with them, I can just make a call today and we'll talk like the 10 years have not just passed.
Yeah. Right.
So
Right.
those people you meet for 150 people, I think you should meet each one of them, and regardless of any caste. That in this state we have a little culture of casteism, which I
Right.
do not like.
Right.
And
Especially in Rajasthan, because I don't know
yeah,
about other colleges, but I think it's like a
exactly.
very prominent thing when you
Yeah, and
enter
why? Yes,
college. Yeah.
because I never knew that this can be an issue and this should not be an issue. When you enter
Yeah.
a college, you should make friends based
Who you
on
want to, who
whether
you
you're
vibe with, and
yes,
not ki,
yes,
oh,
based
like
on your
you become,
vibes.
Yeah.
Exactly,
कि
not on
आप
the
इनसे
basis of
friendship मत करो because they are from this caste, and there is
yes,
also this thing, I won't take names of which college, but they say there's a thing called khanchebazi. So आपका अलग अलग, you have like your khancha that like you can't you're not supposed to hit on girls from other castes, and you can't
yeah,
become friends with girls. I think it sounds very ridiculous to somebody who's not
yes,
from this
yes,
background, but like this is a
exactly,
part of the
exactly. So
medical
it
college.
is so ridiculous, and we were lucky because my batch 2011 was we did not follow any of these rules, and
Right,
I had some amazing, beautiful friends from
right,
regardless of any caste, religion, or
right,
whatever, and
right,
so anyone the first the person entering a medical college, my first advice to him or her would be make a lot of friends just based on the
right,
basis of who you vibe with, not on the
right,
basis of anything else.
right,
So
right.
because that will stay.
Right. Boss, I think this is a very important thing that Zainab ma'am in the first episode, she was also saying the same thing, that when people come to a medical college, life is very different from what we expect in a school, especially coming from Jaipur. I think we can talk for ourselves. So it's very, I think there's a lot of culture shock involved going into a medical college. So I think the easiest part to deal with it and to, make life easier is to not assume that the other person is not in your boat. My favorite speaker is Oprah Winfrey, and she, once she said कि मेरे पास जितने भी कभी गेस्ट आते हैं, whether it's Bill Gates or whether it's uh, Obama or whoever he is, and after every episode, everybody, the one question that everyone's going to ask me, was I okay? Am I being heard? So everybody comes from that feeling ki, do I fit in? Am I okay? Because we all have that. We all want to
So
feel like we
true.
belong somewhere, which is
Yes.
also, boss, which also explains why I came up with the idea of chat capsule, because I just feel like a lot of people, जैसे क्या होता है अपने medical college में, I just feel like this happens a lot with us because we are very आउटकास्ट कर देते हैं फ्रॉम द होल सोसाइटी इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि आपके स्कूल में अगर 10 लोग हैं and the rest 7 8 are not medicos, they will have a very lit life going on. They will be attending weddings and these lit parties, and
I
then
would I we as medicals enjoy the maximum, and people don't
yeah,
know about it.
yeah,
That is a thing in the society that whenever I used to go out, people would say, "Yeah, you study so much, and you guys study day in and day night. We study hard, but we party
right,
harder." You
right,
know, as
yeah,
medicos, I think as residents, as medicos, or even as doctors, 20 years down the line, we know how
right.
to party and how to have fun.
Right. So I'll bring the focus back to the elephant in the room. Ki you had a great time. You got second rank. Then you went into SMS. You had a great time. You were the cult sec, and you organized debates, won debates, all of it. Then finally, in your first attempt, you got into MS General Surgery at SMS Medical College, right? So now I will address the elephant in the room. Ki जब आप when you were standing at that चौराया कि surgery ले, opthal le, radio le, because you had a really good rank, you would have gotten it. So I just want to know, because I am in that position right now. I feel like a lot of girls like me are. We get a lot of random advice कि ना, go for opthal, go for radio, you'll have a family later, you'd want to look after it, things like that. So how were you not scared ki general surgery le, because we'll start with this. How many in your batch as a resident, how many of you were women?
There were two amongst
Right,
24.
right. So that just explains what I'm saying. So were you not apprehensive
And
taking
we had
surgery?
three batches, the first year, second, third year, and there were three women amongst 76 men.
Right.
So
मतलब
I
like
was
आपको कैसे, how did you have the courage to go ahead and take general surgery? Because I feel like, boss, we all will get that advice. I am still getting it ki right now everyone's like ki radio le lo, go for ophthalmology. My heart goes to pediatrics and medicine. I have repeatedly re-emphasized this, but I am still, because I understand where people are coming from, I won't even say that they're completely wrong, because these other branches do offer like a good work life balance and all of it. But having said that, I want to send a lot of courage on your side, because you took a decision that not a lot of girls would take. And describing yourself as the shy person who came out of a shell, then you went on to do all these things that require a lot of courage, like things like going and talking on stage, being the cultural secretary, all of that you did. And finally you went on to take general surgery. So I think that is the elephant in the room. That is my main point as to why we decided to talk today, because a lot of women are in your shoes. They probably would want to take surgery, but a lot of times we are very scared, we're apprehensive, maybe for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, I won't say. So what do you have to say to that, to a girl who's probably like, say, what do you have to say to me right now? Because as a junior, I'm asking you ki, um I don't, no offense to a surgeon, I don't want to take surgery, but I do intend to take,
Yeah.
say, medicine, right? So what is your um advice you'd want to give to somebody, a girl who is like, ki, boss, kya lo? Suppose I call you and I ask you, ki, boss, मैं क्या लूं? Everybody is telling me take radiology. What do I do? What do I do?
I get that a lot. A lot of girls come up or text me asking about whether they should or they should not take surgery. And starting from every phase of life taught me something. School life taught me how to handle myself, how to study ahead. Then college, I learned how to talk to people, how to make friends, how
Right.
to be outgoing more. But so second year in college, I was my first posting was in surgery. Maybe you call it
Right.
luck or destiny. And the moment I stepped into the ward, I knew this is it. I want to be here.
Right.
I don't want to go anywhere else. So that
Right.
was the moment I decided that I'll take up general surgery, and that too in SMS, no
Right.
matter what happens.
Right.
And that was in second year. And then 4 years down the line, internship after the ranks had come and I was getting surgery. I got a lot of people coming over, don't take surgery and it's not for girls. And the smile of yours, you'll someone told me that you'll lose it in first year of residency.
Yeah.
So and uh, all those questions which we all have in mind, how to manage your family life, everything.
Right.
And
Right.
in
कि
one
कल बच्चे
line,
हो जाएंगे, उनको टाइम देना पड़ेगा.
exactly. So I
Yeah.
used to get that a lot. And I think 4 years down the line, finishing residency, and I would say I've walked a mile in my shoes, and I
Right.
would not change a step of that.
Right.
Because we can handle everything as it comes. Of course, the first advice when a girl asks me before going to surgery, that you need to be strong. You need to be strong enough to
Right.
do more work than your male counterparts and work
Right.
harder, and
Right.
do your responsibilities without turning back or
Right.
saying कि ये तो मैं नहीं कर सकती, मैं लड़की हूँ, ये तो
Right.
कभी आएगा ही नहीं बीच में. So to
Right.
the girls, I would advise this. And
To be
regarding the
prepared,
difficult,
to
yes, to
to
be
go in
prepared.
being prepared ki it's going to be very
Yes,
physically strenuous, and you don't have to
yes,
give men a chance to point finger and say like ki,
yes, yes.
tum duties nahi kar rahi, night nahi kar rahi, all of that, right? Also, boss, here I would want to ask you one more thing. What are the practical difficulties that you faced in general surgery being a female? आपके साथ कभी ऐसे हुआ? Because I remember this used to happen with me a lot, कि जब हम when we used to go to ward posting, so if we were like 4-5 people standing, we are all wearing a steth and apron पूरा पहन के we are standing there, and patients would come to me and they say कि अरे sister ये बताना, and they would go to the boys and they'll be like कि डॉक्टर साहब ये बता दो. So I think this is a general
They,
prop.
this is because I think initially first year mein, it used to bother me because when I just stepped into residency, but now it doesn't, and it shouldn't, because
Right.
because these people come from villages, and they call you sister because they don't know what else to say.
Right.
And but on the contrary, I would say that the respect I got from all the patients, because
Right.
eventually they realize that you are the they'll realize realize within a day or two that you are the resident
Yeah.
doctor there. And
Yeah. So
and
practically, yeah. So practically, was, do you think it's okay for girls to go ahead and take it, or do you think you faced any significant problems because of which you probably want women to rethink before they go into general surgery?
I think there are two aspects. With the
Right.
patients, they are all very supportive. Because before joining surgery, I got a lot of comments that the patients won't come to you because being a girl, they won't not trust you. But I
Hmm.
think it's completely the opposite. I think the women feel safer being with another to tell their problems to another woman, and
Right.
even with the
Right.
men, even with 18-year-olds or even with 6-year-old patients or men, I
Right.
never felt uncomfortable. There has
Right.
never been a
Right.
moment I would say that I felt difficult examining them or
Right.
asking about their problems regarding surgery. So with the
Right.
patients, there will never be any problem. And regarding the atmosphere here in India, I think the men have to be more supportive
Right.
with the women being there. One thing I think just point out at this point, because we teach our daughters how to be strong, but at
Right.
the same time we need to
Right.
teach our sons how to be around strong women.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
if you have a girl resident with you, I think first of all, first line being said as a resident girl resident, she should be strong enough to do any work and she should be ready for that.
Right.
Secondly,
Right.
also she should not shy away from asking for help when she needs.
Right.
So
Right.
if I am going to the hostel at 2 a.m. from the
Right.
trauma center, and if I feel
Right.
scared because the
Right.
society is like that, and if I
Right.
ask my male counterpart to leave me home and I get that
Right.
कि तुम तो बड़ी feminist बनते हो और अब तुम्हें घर
Right.
हॉस्टल छोड़ने के लिए हमारी हेल्प चाहिए. So
Right.
I think that needs to change. You should be supportive enough of women when they ask for help and not
Right.
telling them that now you come to need our help, because
Right.
that's the scenario in India, or I think maybe outside
Right.
also.
Right.
So that's these are some of the problems I did face, and on the
Right.
same arena, I would like to say that this is not the same situation everywhere, because
Right.
currently now being here in oncosurgery, I am
Right.
surrounded by a pretty strong men, and
Right.
so I would like to appreciate that, because these are strong men. Because if you make a woman feel weak, she'll
Right.
radiate weakness to you. But if you make
Right.
a woman feel strong, she'll
Yeah.
radiate so much strength back to you.
That's
And
so
the
true.
people
Yeah.
around me, my colleagues,
Yeah.
my seniors, and my teachers
Right.
here, they
Right.
always make me feel so strong.
Right.
That I
Right.
never felt that I'm the youngest resident here or I'm a girl.
Right. Right.
They make me
Right.
feel so much at home. So not all
Right.
men are like that, and
Right.
I am in such an awe of strong men who support strong women. Why do you
Right.
want your women to be weak? You always want your daughter
Yeah.
to be strong. You want
Yeah.
your sister to be strong. But the girl
Yeah.
standing in front of you,
Yeah.
the girl standing on the other side of the line, you
Yeah.
want her to be weak. Why? I
Yeah.
think if you want the boys who respect other strong women, I
Yeah.
think nothing shines better than them.
Right.
They,
Was,
they
have you ever gotten this thing ki you are too opinionated, you're too intimidating, being and doing what you do, all the fancy surgeries that you do, you're an oncosurgery resident. Have you ever gotten this ki you're too opinionated, you're too intimidating?
Yes, I do get that, and I think there's nothing with being strong. Nothing wrong with being strong. We need
Right.
to be as surgeons. We need to be mentally strong, emotionally strong. That is how we
Right.
become surgeons.
Right.
And so the same line as I said, you want your
Right.
daughter to be strong, your sister to be
Right.
strong, and then why
Yeah,
don't you
it's
want
hard for
the
them to
girl?
accept, yeah, the woman standing in
Yes,
front to
yes.
accept her supremacy. Especially in a professional front, I think it's very difficult for a male colleague to like, yeah, she's also my colleague, she's a female, she's a better surgeon than me. She may be a better surgeon than me, but it's just
At
difficult
least
to,
I'm
accept
not
that.
asking for better. You can just
Yeah.
appreciate her being an equal
Right, right, right.
surgeon,
हाँ, better
and
तो
that
बहुत
makes
लंबी बात हो गई. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that makes the work atmosphere so much more better.
Right,
It makes
right,
it so much fun to work with. So that I've
right,
realized here after coming here, that it's so
right.
much more fun to work with.
Right. Was I, which it reminds me of this very famous quote. My mom keeps saying this to me, कि ना आज के ज़माने में, like women have been taught how to be strong and powerful, but the society forgot to teach men how to handle strong women. So I just feel like
So exactly.
behind every strong woman is a very understanding man. So who do you think is the understanding man behind you?
Currently, everything is due to my parents and
Right,
my brother
right,
Arjun, and
right,
my sister Mehak. So
right.
these are your family and your friends behind you. They are the support pillars which make you go out there and stand out there. So
Right.
even if in childhood my extended relatives used to come over and say कि ये तो लड़की है, ये तो दूसरे घर चली जाएगी, and
Yeah.
my Arjun was always there, that he used to stop them there and then, even though he
Yeah.
was such a young kid of 9 years age or 10 years age,
Yeah.
कि नहीं जितना whatever everything, like how just how I am, that's how she is. So
Yeah. Yeah.
if you teach that to your sons and to your brothers, I think
Yeah.
it would world would be such a better place. And if
Right.
the men are because they are so strong themselves that they don't
Right.
need any validation.
Right.
So
Right.
they create, they even in residency and now in MCH. So
Right.
my seniors, all my male seniors, they were always so
Right.
supportive,
Right.
always ready to teach me anything. And
Right.
one point in residency I would like to make is you can teach as much as your junior. You have the right to teach your juniors anything, and
Right.
but you can just scold them privately in the doctor's room. And I was lucky
Right.
because my senior who taught me everything back then,
Right.
who was my current senior, and
Right.
he always used to, whatever he used to teach me or scold me, and I'm glad he did scold me, and he
Right.
always did it not in front of the patients, and
Right.
that is most important.
Right.
Because if you do it in, don't because you don't have to humiliate your junior, you have to
Right.
teach them how to be a better resident.
Right.
So
Right.
if that is there, I think there's no problem having
Right.
being the only girl
Yeah.
in the room. I
Yeah.
think I learned so much more, and so many
Yeah.
new.
Was
It
there is
I would
Yeah.
not change anything a minute of it.
Yeah. Was which also brings me to a really important point. There's this book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. So उस book में ना एक जगह ऐसा लिखा है कि as humans अपन सब ये गलतियां करते हैं कि हम लोगों को उनकी कमी realize करके we want to correct them. I would if I want to correct something about you and I start with criticism, you're already in a very defensive front. You're not listening to me with an open mind so as to correct what you're doing, so as to actually with an open heart see कि okay मुझसे ये गलती हो गई. So I think it's very important. I think this is a very fundamental part. Like we also spoke to Ashil Boss yesterday, and he also said the same thing. Even at AIMS, this is there. With rank one, this is there. So it's a unanimous thing that we have accepted by now. कि हाँ ठीक है doctors की बेइज्जती कर करके सिखाएंगे. But I do feel like I think it's probably like a wrong thing that's been happening for way too long, and which needs to change. Which brings me to an interesting question. Is there a doctor you really emulate and you want to be like him or her? Like the ideal doctor that's there in your life? Like a professor, a senior, a teacher, anybody who you aspire to be like them.
Yes, that would be my professor, Dr. Raj Govind Sharma sir. So
Right,
he is a senior professor in onco surgery, and I was posted for a month when I was doing my residency. And
right,
the ease with which he teaches residents, that aura, that positive aura that surrounds him. I was in so much awe that day I decided that I want to do onco surgery under this
right.
teacher,
Person.
because there can be nothing better than this. Scolds you.
Yeah.
He will just keep quiet whenever you do something wrong. You will feel so much guilt inside,
Guilt.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
that person will not say a thing. and he'll
Yeah.
just do it himself.
Yeah.
And that thing, if we can imbibe,
Yeah.
if,
Boss, tell us
not
about that time when you missed the rounds and he said nothing and he just like gave you the silent treatment and that part
yeah.
of the story.
Yeah, so when I was I was late for my OT that day, and
Yeah.
I did not go to the cottage to see that patient. And in afternoon, when sir did ask me that did you see that patient, and I said no, sir, I did not. And
Yeah.
I was so expecting him to
Yeah. Shout at
say
you.
shout,
Yeah.
and he did not say anything to
Anything.
me. There was
Yeah.
not even a word, and that made me so guilty. That
Yeah.
day I decided that I will never ever miss miss
Yeah.
seeing a
Yeah.
patient
Yeah.
in the morning, no matter what happens, even if I have to get at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m.
Right.
So that's the part of a man
Yeah.
standing there with the because he'll just go to see the patient himself, and he'll not say a thing to you. So that's
Yeah.
how I
Yeah.
want to become, that
Yeah.
aura and the respect,
Yeah.
the positive energy he radiates.
Right.
So yeah.
Also, was I think it just what the story really reflects in my head is that only a full vessel can share, right? So it's this way of saying that people who are so full of knowledge, they're not insecure about the other person gaining knowledge, which is probably why they can create an aura wherein everybody wants to do more, prove them right and all of it. I think Naina Boss, it has been like a great conversation with you. It's been very heartfelt on a lot of teeny here and there occasions. I think a lot of women will be able to relate to us because I really watch Anupma. It's a very melodramatic show, but I watch it and I really like the dialogues that are written in that. And it says कि Cartoon Network में जब वो शिकारी अपना वो फेंकता है the net और उसमें it catches all the birds and one bird is flying there, one bird is flying there trying to escape and nobody can escape, right? But when all of them take a pause and when all of them take a flight together, that is when they can lift the whole net up and all of them are set free. I think
Absolutely.
I think as women, it's high time we start taking a stand for each other because as bad as it is, I think it's very difficult to find ladies who are really good friends, who you really want to support each other. I think in this episode, we'll probably be able to change that conception a little bit. Maybe, not much, but we're trying little by little, baby steps. I think I had a great time talking to you. I really hope that you had fun
I
too.
had so much fun, and you are such a wonderful host, Shubhangi, and it's been such a pleasure talking to you.
Right.
Such a pro and such a beautiful girl you are. I feel I'm mesmerized to be talking to you right now.
Thank you so much, boss. You're really kind with your words. I think we can safely end this episode by saying that this episode is a tribute to real women, strong women. Maybe know them, maybe be them, maybe raise them. Thank you so much. That was my time. And guys, do like, share, subscribe. I feel very bloggerish saying this, but please do like, share, subscribe, and send us your reflections because it does tell me where and what to improve. Thank you so much. That was my time. And I really hope that you had a fun time. And I really do hope that you intend to check out the new episode that we post. Thank you so much and have a great evening ahead.